back-to-back games against the top team in the league presents an opportunity for the Thunderbirds to forget about back-to-back losses to the Albany Firewolves and Georgia Swarm respectively in a big way. Fresh off of their first bye week since early January, the Thunderbirds arrive in Buffalo, New York, ready to take on the 10-1 Bandits, who have put together one of the most dominant starts in NLL history.
I think you prepare like any other game. I mean, you watch film, you study them, and you hope that the guys follow the game plan. We do a good job preparing the guys for the battle that's coming.
A new but familiar face joins the team, ready to make his Thunderbirds debut. Forward Dawson Theed, a lefty, was acquired by the team in a trade deadline deal with the Panther City Lacrosse Club.
He's a guy that we had when we were in Rochester, and we really liked him, and we lost him in expansion draft a couple years ago. But he's always been a guy that Kurt and I have always talked about that we wanted to get back into the nest and back on the Halifax Thunderbirds. So, we spent a lot of time and trying to find that right moment to pull the trigger. And when Panther City offered him up as an option, we jumped at it. We know what he has to offer. He's a huge body. He's got a good shot. Sets great picks, and he's tough as nails. So
he's the kind of kid that will go out there and do anything he's asked by the coaching staff. He can score, set dirty picks, set hard picks, get some loose balls. So I think he's an all-around complete player, and he's a great addition to our team.
The KeyBank Center, better known as the home base of Banditland, is the site for Game 1. It has been one of the toughest arenas for any team to play in for decades, thanks to their loud and boisterous fan base.
It's always nuts, and you can kind of think about going into Buffalo, and it's like it's going to be crazy, but then you get there and it's a whole nother beast. So for us, it's you got to try and control those runs, not let them get 2-3 goals in a row, and really let the crowd get into it.
It's a homecoming of sorts for defensive coach Billy D. Smith, former captain of the Bandits, still very much welcomed in Buffalo. The clock ticks as game time draws near. An afternoon affair between the two top teams in the East Division.
Hey boys, big night tonight, right? But let's not look past what the end goal is. Let's look at what's in front of us that first 5 minutes, right? We need to play with that intensity, that passion, that urgency in the first 5 minutes, not the last 5 minutes. Tonight is about who dictates the pace of play. Who dictates where this game is won and lost. Tonight, we dictate. Let's be Lions.
Here we go. Let's go. Boys, this barn's a lot of fun to play in, right? You get your head right now. Get thinking about what you're going to do on the floor. Once we get out there, we'll take our time, take a look around, and we'll enjoy our top time here today. We'll enjoy it, boys. Here we go. Birds on three. 1, 2, 3. Birds! Birds!
Now, gotta grind till I'm ghost. Gotta thank God how he held me down the most.
Got the whole team on my back. I ain't worried about no stats. No time to compete with so-and-so. No time to compete with.
It doesn't take long for the newcomer Theed to get on the board for the Birds. He gets one to go past the Bandits netminder Matt Vince, and the Thunderbirds take a 2-1 lead early on.
He's a massive body that brings a lot of physicality and skill at the same time, and that combination is, I think you could see by just watching the game, checking the stat sheet, that it's tough to handle.
The two teams battle back and forth, but the Bandits hold the 5-3 lead after the first quarter. Following a Josh Byrne goal from the Bandits that puts them up 3, the Thunderbirds storm back. Stephen Keogh and Eric Fennell score a pair of short-handed markers as the team puts together one of the most complete quarters of lacrosse they've played all season.
The goal as a team is to get your run and to limit their runs. And they got in a good run at the beginning of the game, and we knew it was just a matter of time for us to get our run.
Thunderbirds are in the driver's seat, heading into half.
Good half, right? Half is not a game. We need to play with that desperation, with that intensity for the next 30 minutes. Let's take care of the first 5 minutes. Let's be fucking good on defense. Offense, let's fucking continue to break them down. Hard fucking picks. Shoot the fucking score every time you get that opportunity. Let's fucking believe in ourselves here, right? It's time that we fucking come together as a team and put a fucking solid effort in. 30 more minutes, let's get the
Here we go, man! Here we go, 34 minutes, boys. Let's shut these motherfuckers up again. Here we go, first on 3, 1, 2, 3, first! Right away!
The tide changes in the second half, and it's all Bandits. Despite outshooting their opponents 65-42 and dominating on the faceoffs, the Thunderbirds go on to drop their 4th game of the season.
We come off swinging our sticks, hanging our heads. Too many times on defense, we have a bad shift, they get a easy one. We come off walking, we come off holding our heads down, complaining, bitching, right? That's what I see out there. I saw them go down by 4 goals and keep their pace up and keep their heads up and just keep going, right? We didn't do that. We didn't even come close to doing that. When we went down, we went out there and rushed it more. We were slower getting to the bench. We were slower changing, getting back, right? They wanted it tonight. They earned that W over us. We had a good half, but that's it. They earned that. We can't say it's on us. Those guys beat us tonight, right? They earned it. They wanted it more. They came out and proved it, right? So what are we gonna do now? Man or mouse, right? We're gonna show up tomorrow and do the same song and dance, or we're gonna realize what it takes to win. Realize that we gotta give it everything we got, shift in and shift out. If you're tired, hold back a shift, right? Don't just keep trying to go out there and prove that I'm in shape or I can play every shift, right? For the betterment of the team, boys. Whatever's best for the team should be what trumps everything.
Jammer, he's a leader, and he told it how it is, and I think we need to respond and come out and play as a full team rather than a couple guys on different pages.
The team hops on a flight to Halifax with another game just less than 24 hours away. The nearly 1,800-kilometer journey takes just over 2 hours, and the boys are back on the East Coast. Sunday is a new day, and again, another opportunity to right the wrongs of the day prior. Now 8-4, after an 8-1 start to the season, the Thunderbirds still remain second in the East, given a Toronto Rock loss to the recently surging Georgia Swarm. In tough times, morale can take a turn for the worst, but head coach Mike Kersey focuses on the positives at Team Shootaround.
Hey guys, it's obviously we know how important tonight is, but we also have to remember there's nowhere else I'd fucking rather be. Is with the fucking group right here. And I know fucking everybody in this circle wants to fucking be. Let's get back to having some fun. Let's get back to working hard for each other, and let's fucking get after it. We gotta fucking believe in ourselves, right? Let's do that tonight. Let's have some fun.
Believe on 3, 1, 2, 3, believe!
Strategy is the focus at Shootaround for the Thunderbirds, who surrendered 3 goals a man short the day before and were a collective 0-7 on the man up. Conversion on their special teams could change the trajectory of a game entirely.
Yeah, we got some work to do, and that's it. Just kind of like the workers man mentality, basically, right? Like, get back to work, get right back at it. Probably everybody's tired, but it's like no excuses. We got a job to do, and we got to bring it.
The men return for game time in their second last home game of the regular season, in front of a crowd with no restrictions for the first time in over 2 years. With lefty forward Eric Fennell out for the night's game, Brandon Robinson will draw in his place and will make his season debut with the club on the night.
We have to have a better effort than they do, right? Offense, we talked about it, shoot with confidence, play for each other. Defense, trust in the process, trust in the principles that we have, trust in how good you guys are and how good of a goalie we have. One thing I'll say is we need to control our emotions, right? The ups and downs of a game, we know they're gonna go on their runs, we're gonna get our runs. Let's limit the runs that they have, and we do that by controlling our emotions.
Thunderbirds find themselves behind for the majority of Sunday's game to the Bandits. 71 shots on goal in this game for Halifax. Domination on face-offs again, multiple posts, great opportunities, but the outcome is not what the team was looking for. Head coach Accursi requests that no cameras are present in the locker room following the game.
I think it stays in the locker room. I think the guys needed just some time alone to reflect on what, where we've been and where we're going, and that's what our focus is where we're going. So I think we just needed a moment as a group just to really soak it all in, understand where we're at, understand where we have to get better, and move forward.
I think over the last couple games, you kind of see a couple guys on offense doing their own thing.
Honestly, the way that I've been kind of thinking about it, like in the room and we're talking, is like this is kind of the start of a new season right now, right? So we've got 5 games until the playoffs and then the playoffs. So this is kind of a, this back part of the season here. Let's treat it like we're 0-0 and we got to fight because we've lost 4 in a row now. Kind of a wake-up call. We need to, we're not the 8-1 team that we were 3-4 weeks ago.
Rochester, they're at the bottom of the division, but they're still a very talented and good team, and they're going to come out hungry.
Honestly, it's the same way we prepare for Buffalo, right? Whether it's the first place team in the league or the last place team in the league, it's looking at ourselves in the mirror. How can we contribute to the team? What can we do individually to make sure that we come out there with a win?
A team that came into the season with the best odds to win the NLL Cup now must take a good hard look in the mirror before returning home for one last game and going on the road for their following 4, looking to lock up a playoff spot, the chase for the championship still on, and an NLL Cup still the focus.